Getting back on the motor removal out of the car. So the SSP doesn't run. It's gonna be a lot of fun, right, Matt?
For you.
Look, now I've got blood, except when he makes me do work. Oh man, he messed my paint up. Hello and welcome to Gearhead 704. I'm Matt, and in case you're new to the channel, I am in the process of restoring my SSP, my 1988 Florida Highway Patrol SSP, which is right over there. And you see there's a lot of other Fox bodies here. That's because I'm at Fox Mustang Restoration today, but finally guys, getting back on the motor removal out of the car so I can reseal it, regasket it. And I know you guys, regular subscribers, have been waiting forever for this. Well, me too. So finally gonna make some progress today. I hope to get the motor out of the car. Should be able to. I will say one thing, we're not gonna do as much of a how-to on this one. So I have another Fox body, in case you don't know. Tar Heel Fox is what I call it. You saw it in the intro there. And I'm also gonna be taking the motor out of that car, but we'll do that one a little more how-to. Today, we're just gonna try to bust it out, a lot more time lapse, and I'll highlight, you know, anything that's significant we run into, but I really just need to hurry up and get this out so we can get going on this restore build and I can have it ready for a show. So anyway, let's go ahead and get jumping on that. So the SSP doesn't run, you gotta push it in. First steps are pretty simple. Gonna go ahead and drain the radiator, get the hoses off, get the fan and the radiator removed. All right, guys, as you saw, I got the actual the fan shroud out. Radiator's about ready to come out, and of course, wouldn't be Gearhead 704 without a busted glove. That's right, still doing it, guys. I know you hadn't seen it in a couple months, but there it is. Radiator is out. Guys, the teardown is continuing, and I took off one of my gloves, and look, now I've got blood. So broken glove and blood, we are getting it today on Gearhead 704. Got to remove these salt and pepper shakers, and then Matt says I'm gonna have some fun here with this power steering pulley. It's gonna be a lot of fun, right, Matt?
For you.
For me. He's done this before. I get to finally experience it, guys. In case you don't know, Matt's one of the co-owners here at Fox Resto, so if this is your first video. He's a nice guy mostly, except when he makes me do work. Yeah. Oh man, he messed my paint up, guys. This is vintage paint. All right, what you guys have seen me struggling with is I'm trying to get this pulley off. It's actually pressed on. This pulley is to the power steering pump, and the pump needs to come off, but you can't get to the bolts for the pump until you get the pulley off. You kind of can see there's the bolts there behind it. So got to take this off first. Oh yeah, Matt's got something to help me with. Nice.
Yeah, I can hear you whining across the shop. So.
Yeah, well, you know, I was. It's true.
Yeah.
Okay, that might make it a little easier.
There you go. Oh, that's easier.
But, okay, you're saying the big thing though, Matt.
You see how it's the pulley's pulling away from the...
Yeah, so you can get to that bolt.
Yeah, yeah, there's 3 of those bolts.
Yeah, because you're saying otherwise we got to drain this and it's going to sit forever.
It's just going to make a mess. That's got to come off anyway, so let's just make it easier in the meantime. We'll leave the hydraulic lines hooked up to the pump, and we'll just disconnect the pump from the motor and let the pump hang while we pull everything else out.
Okay.
And then we'll deal with the pump when we put everything back together, see if it needs to be replaced or just cleaned up.
And you said it's a lot easier to take the pump off when it's connected in the car here versus the hell engine's out.
Yeah, because all that, I mean, that takes quite a bit of force to be able to pull this off, as you can
So it helps us for two reasons.
Yeah.
Easier to come off and don't have to deal with the drain mess.
Exactly.
That's going to take forever.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, this obviously can be done off of the motor, but then you're doing it on the floor and you're trying to hold it in place. It's just a freaking mess.
Okay.
Because you can take this bracket off of the car without disconnecting the pump, just by taking this plate off. If you take this plate off, which are these bolts around here, then these two bolts are the only thing holding this pump in. And so once these two bolts off, you take the pump off, and then this pump just slides right off.
Okay. Well, this should make it a lot easier for me. So
Yeah.
I'll keep grinding, guys. All right, guys, check that out. Way easier. Use this if you can. Okay, so we got some progress done today, guys. I know it doesn't look like a lot, but everything pretty much under the hood is disconnected. Well, let me let you guys see that a little better. See, this is the behind the scenes stuff you guys don't normally see. There's that. There you go. So yeah, I did get the power steering pump undone, as you saw, and pretty much all the connectors, you know, unplugged this stuff. All right, so the SSP is back out here, and you might ask why. Well, we're almost ready to pull the motor out, right, Matt? We're pretty close.
Almost.
Yeah, I had to go somewhere today, so we're kind of finishing up, because do you really want this car like taking up your shop all day long?
Yeah, I only got one left. So.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah. But I think, like you told me, it shouldn't take more than an hour and a half, couple hours maybe to get the motor out next time.
Right, yeah, we're almost done. You pretty much got everything under the hood completely disconnected. We didn't bother taking off really any of the accessories except the power steering pump. Left the intake on because we're dropping the motor out the bottom, so there's no reason to do all that work right there. So to take it out, we need to get up in the lift, basically, you know, just disconnect the suspension. You got a coil over strut, so that's going to be really easy. Yeah, we're going to
aftermarket K members that help us out a little bit too.
Make it a little bit easier.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to drop the sway bar. Once we get it up in the air, we'll drop the sway bar, disconnect the two struts, take the brake calipers off. Then there is, I think, 8 bolts to the K member. Then we take the drive shaft and the cross member out for the transmission, and everything's going to come
right out the bottom, right?
Yep. Well, we'll pick the car up off, or I won't let it drop out, but we'll pick the car
He's
up
going to
off.
let me just drop it out. We'll see how that works out on Gearhead 704.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
So, but yeah, you're almost there. I mean, honestly, maybe an hour. Once it's on the lift, maybe an hour and a half worth of work, if that much, and it's out.
Okay.
And at that point, all the work's going to be, you know, just taking it apart there, getting it on the engine stand, and
yeah, that's when we started having fun with it.
Exactly.
You let my hands really get dirty.
Exactly. Yeah. See what you need, see what needs to be cleaned, all that stuff.
Well, I think for the people at home, I think we're gonna speed it up. Won't make them watch the whole full hour and a half. Maybe we'll condense it down to 30 minutes, 45.
Like
Yeah. I'll let Matt tell me what to condense it down to. But anyway, as always, thanks for your help today, bro.
Yeah, man. Always.
Okay, guys, that's gonna wrap this video up. We are making some progress, albeit slow. We are making progress finally on the SSP. I'm so glad to be over here and finally do a little bit of work on it. Motor should be out next upload. It's really looking like that. So I'm excited for that to happen, and then I can go ahead and reseal, regasket it, and get moving on with that. Anyway, if you enjoyed today's video, please hit the like button. If you're stopping in for the first time, please subscribe, because I do upload 2 times a week, every Sunday and Wednesday, and we'll see you next time on Gearhead 704.
Did it. All right, watch out for this white stuff. It's slippery.